Hi all, this brief tech in under 10, just one thing is going to look at creating print activities using your Boardmaker 7 account. I'm already logged into my account. We'll go over that separately in the training if you're unable to do that or need some assistance with that. But for now, we're just going to look at how to make a basic print activity to use on Boardmaker 7. Once you're logged into your account, you'll notice the green New button over here. Once you click that, you'll be brought to a window that looks like this. It's going to offer you templates you can use to create your activity, or you can create a new blank page. The first thing we're going to do is simply create a blank printable activity. Let's go landscape. Let's hit create. That will open up our familiar editor here, where we can then add buttons and pictures and symbols to it to create our own page. Let's pretend we're doing like a sequence of some sort. So let's add our boxes, our buttons to our page. I'm going to go up here and just select my basic button, click and drag, and now that's on my page. I can copy and paste it, or if I want to spray that across my page, I can do that as well. Add one more there, and now I have my boxes, my buttons on my page. How do I add symbols to these now? There's several ways to add content to your buttons. I like to simply click on it. So you have this blue fence around it, just like that. And then I like to hit return. And you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. You'll notice I have a box where I can just search. I can also search from the web. This is searching from Boardmaker, and this is from the web. I also can search from my computer. So if I have screenshots or if I have images saved in my computer, I can also upload from there as well. So there's three options. There's your symbols tab of Boardmaker symbols. There's symbols from the web or pictures from the web. And finally, from your computer file. But for purposes of this, let's just search dog. And you'll notice the pictures come up. If I wanted to add dog to my page, I could just hit select and it would go right into my box right there. I did say we're working on some sort of sequence though, so let's not do dog and let's do getting ready for school. All right, and this is just going to be rudimentary because I'm just showing you how to do it. So let's search brush teeth. Again, select it. There it is. Maybe I want to do comb hair. Maybe I want to do get dressed. Again, I'm not doing this very carefully. I'm just showing you how to add the pictures. My last box, maybe it's going to just be wait. So now I have 4 pictures on my page. Again, this is the blank form. There's no template on here. So again, I simply go to my buttons up here, click and drag to add the buttons, and spray that across my page. And then to add symbols, I simply click and hit return. Or I can also go to my symbols tab over here and search as well. Now there's folders of things. There's just basic searching. So I could search here again, brush teeth. Take that one, put it here. Now you'll notice searching this way gives you the labels. This way does not. So again, it's what you need and what your preference is in order to make your activity. I can repeat that again. Comb. I'm going to put wait, but what if I want it from the web this time? Do that. That there's one. Might take a minute to populate. But again, it just shows you that this is a blank template, how I can add pictures to it from the web, from Boardmaker, in different ways I can do that. Okay? Not getting into saving and printing yet because I want to show you that after we do a couple more different activities. So that was selecting blank landscape to make just a simple thing you could print and use in your classroom. All right, I'm going to return to my dashboard here. I'm not going to save this. I'm going to be brought back to your page. It looks like this. Okay. I was just at new, and I selected blank. This time I'm selecting new again, but I'm going to select from template to show you how to make a print activity from a template. I most of the time use templates because you're always going to find something. I shouldn't say always, most of the time you'll find something similar to what you want. For instance, we were just doing sequencing. Well, there are sequencing templates. They give you the background, the boxes already. Saves you all that time of doing that. There's tons and tons of things. There's calendars, question answer, math, vocabulary, word study, flashcards, games. You don't see a category, you can simply search at the top as well and find something that you like. What I like about this is you can create from scratch, or you can have them make a sample for you. So if you're just working on sequencing of anything, not necessarily a certain task, select sequencing, select from sample, and it'll give you a already made activity you can just print. No work needed. For purposes of this, I'd like to look at one of the templates on here that's printable, that's often underused, but I think is pretty valuable for our students. That one is the visual scene category. If I click that, it's going to be brought to a page that looks like this. Check out all these visual scenes that are available to use. For purposes of this, I'm going to select, find the object. This looks like a fall scene. First, I'm going to select from sample to see if they make one that I like. Let's do that right now. Select from sample. And look at that. This says find the objects that start with D. It gives me all my pictures here. It looks like they all start with D, so it could just be a fail-safe speech lesson or something like that. And then the pictures are over here. That's done. This is a done activity. Okay, I can print that and use it. But the nice thing about the templates is that they also can be made by you, just given the background of the template, not from a sample like this. So let's return to my dashboard again and see what that looks like now. This time I'm going to go to New. I'm going to go to Templates again, Printable Templates, and this time I'm going to select the same thing I just did, but I'm not going to have them give me a sample. I'm going to make my own. So let's go to Printable. Let's go to Visual Scenes. Not selecting from sample, I'm going to hit Create, and it gives me the scene to make on my own. I can change the directions to say point to, or have no directions at all if it's just something that you want to talk about. Okay. For purposes of this, let's just say find the objects that start with the letter. I'm just going to simply click in here and edit it. I'm going to go with P. I can add then pictures to this, just like I was adding pictures to my other activities by simply clicking in the box, hitting return, or I can go to symbols over here and start adding them in. For purposes of this, I'm just going to do pumpkin, drag one there, and then drag one in there. So I'm adding those to my scene. I'm adding them to the key, and I'm also adding them to the scene over here. Let's do begins with P. That'll give me, if I don't want to come up with things on my own, let's just do begins with P. Let's find other words to put in there. Let's do paintbrush. Again, not necessarily fall-like, but just to give you the idea. Let's throw a panda bear in there. What do you say? Again, I'm just dragging them, one in the key, one into the scene, and it's making my own scene just like that. Add one more. Let's put a parrot. How's that sound? Parrot there, drag and drop the parrot there. So you see we're building our own scene. We're using the template. We didn't have to make any of this stuff. We're just adding pictures to it. We could have the one they gave us, but we're going to do this one just like that. I could also have images again if I hit return from my computer, from the web. I could do it that way as well, but these I'm just using symbols from Boardmaker. When your activity is done, how do you print it? First thing you do is you have to save it. So you got to go to File and Save. I'm going to put test, find, and save it. Remember, File, Save, just like an old school document. And then I can go to Create PDF over here, open it after creating, and then it gives me my PDF to print and use. Just like that. Again, these have blanks because I didn't add them all, but you would do that if you ever made that activity. Quickly again, File, Save. Once it's saved, create PDF, open after creating, and you have a printable activity ready to go. And this is from template. You could also be logged into your online account and find other people's printable activities, put them into your account and edit those as well, just by simply doing what we were doing on here with editing in place of the pictures and things like that. We can look at that quick as well another time. I also have videos on that on the account, but we can look at that anytime too. Again, this was simply intended to show you how to log on, make a printable activity, save it and print it, either from scratch or from a template. Saw some pre-made templates that already had activities filled in, or you could create your own. But again, this was just to get you started with making your own printable activities, putting symbols in there different ways, printing them off to use in the classroom. I hope you found this video helpful. I think we made it under 10 minutes barely. Thanks for watching.